You could say that for
True.
just about anybody.
But one thing I notice about really good teams in this league that I don't see with the Sacramento Kings is when you take a bad shot on a good team, your teammates let you know. They get in your face. They say, what's going on? What is that shot? Like, It's a wasted possession. And I feel like the Kings feel like they just have unlimited possession sometimes. Yeah. They're not taking each possession one by one. They throw a bad pass and then they just try and forget about it and move on, which is important, and you need to do that. But each possession needs to matter, especially in these close games.
Yeah.
We had a video come out a few days ago where we talked about the comeback Kings are dead. This team no longer gets down 20 points in the second quarter and has to claw its way back, which to me shows improvement, but also at the same time, this team sputters in the fourth quarter and they run out of juice. Yeah. Versus if you're down 20, you make a big run in the third, you have some momentum going to the fourth, you are tired from coming back, but you're also in a rhythm and you have momentum going your way.
Yeah.
So I would like to see the Kings play up more, but play with that same mentality that they are down and that every possession does matter, because that's the biggest difference I see between this team and a really good basketball team.
Yeah, I agree. They kind of have the opposite problem this year as opposed to last year, where instead of having to come back, they're giving up leads in the second half now, and double-digit leads. They only led by as many as 8, I think it was, against the Warriors. But in the previous 2 games, double-digit leads that they gave up both times. One of them they were able to salvage the win. The other one they were not so lucky. So, and that's the hallmark of a young team, right?
Mm-hmm.
A young team that's getting better, that you feel like is ready to take the next step. We can see that because they are competing. They are not just competing, but they're ahead or controlling these games, most of them, for the majority of the game. And now when it comes down to winning time or crunch time, what everybody I think puts sometimes a little too much emphasis on, because there's a lot more time in the game than just winning time and crunch time. But in those situations when they really need to make plays, whether it's get a good shot and hit it within a set offense, or come up with a huge defensive rebound after a really solid defensive possession, those are the things that they're not. It's the last piece of the puzzle to put it all together and put a bow on it, like you said, to make them a really good team.
And do you think style of play has anything to do with that? You look at our run and gun team that shoots a lot of threes. You think that team plays better from behind, right? Versus having a lead and running up and down, throwing, I guess, questionable passes or gamble passes. That's not a way to really hold on to a lead, right?
No, definitely not. I mean, when you're turning the ball over, that's the easiest way to give up a lead by far, especially when you don't even get a shot attempt. That is not a recipe for success. The Kings have to clean this stuff up. They just absolutely have to. I think they're trying to get too ahead of themselves sometimes, and I think they played into the Warriors' hands a little bit. The Warriors are great. They've got 2 guys in Draymond Green and Steph Curry who are phenomenal full court passers, and they all move, like I said, really, really well without the ball. And a lot of these guys have been playing together for a long time, so they have a really good rapport and communication with each other. They just know where they're going to be at all times. The Kings are a young team, and they've got some new pieces here, and so they're still trying to put that together. But that's, we're starting to get to the point where that's not much of an excuse anymore. You have to get better. These guys are in practice every day. Those mental lapses and those terrible, terrible turnover mistakes need to be cut down hugely.
Yep, I totally agree. Well, for everyone that's just joining in, welcome to Royal Rebounds TV. Calvin, Barry, we're breaking down the Kings' loss to the Warriors last night, 119-107. We'd really love it if you guys hit that thumbs up button down below. If you'd like to join the Royal family, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification cowbell if you'd like to find out when Calvin and I put out a new video. We do lives after almost every game, sometimes before, sometimes the next morning, like this morning. And then we have an ESPN-style show that debuts every Friday during the season. We talk all about your Sacramento Kings and everything that's happening in the world of Kings in Sacramento. All right,